It's the morning of the International Bulk Shipping Conference, and we're here at the wonderful facility of Willis Towers and Watson, who've very kindly sponsored this event by lending these facilities for us. And I'm here with Martin Crawford-Brunt, who's the CEO of Lookout Maritime, and we had a very interesting session in that what you're working with the Baltic Exchange, which you presented on, the questions weren't so much about what is it, but the questions were more about how do I use it and where do I go from there. So if you want to take it from there and carry on, please.
Thank you, Craig. Yes, I think we were talking about the more than 200 indices that the Baltic Exchange produces, as well as also private indices for bespoke routes. Having the route described and the ship described gives us a really good baseline. And using that baseline to describe what good looks like is very helpful in terms of both sides, whether you're on the charter or the owner side, or even for the investors in this technology, to understand how they're doing. But also it works in that, let's say the baseline using the route and the ship description is at 50. So if you're a charterer and you request expressions of interest for freight and the owners are in at 40, then that triggers a conversation about what to do with the 10. It also provides the pathway for the charterer to reduce that target every year from 50 to 49, 48, etc. So that ship owners will be participating in an ever decreasing share of the reward. And then for the ship owner, of course, that really triggers a healthy competition in terms of delivered efficiency. So the metric example we were talking about today was round voyage CO2 for every 1,000 tons discharged. So having that creates a very healthy competition in terms of what is actually delivered in terms of the efficiency of ocean transportation, and that allows owners to compare themselves with their competitors and also make investment decisions based on where they fit in terms of that competitiveness.
Yes, and on the investment decisions, there was a question from the floor about can this tool be used to decide on the ESD, for instance, Flettner rotors versus a wing cell, for instance.
So I think the idea here is just to do these things in sort of broad brush strokes and to be sort of agnostic of the technology applied for wind. Whether you deploy a rotor sail or a wing sail, the point is that you're able to bring that saving back in terms of dollars per ton or dollars per day. That's very helpful in terms of stimulating that conversation and also bringing confidence. That the Baltic Exchange is publishing these results after collaborating with manufacturers, gives more confidence to the smaller operator that actually there's a meaningful saving in terms of wind and they should look into it further. And of course we recommend that they contact the technology providers directly. But it is important for us to simplify that, not get too much into the weeds and too much into the technology. The whole purpose of this is to signpost the conversation and to help people understand the emission component of freight and also to price that correctly, because that then incentivizes investment. Indeed,
and in terms of investment, there are ship owners here in the room. So for you, how important are forums like this in providing valuable insights and meeting people like ship owners?
They're extremely important. I mean, as you mentioned, this is Willis Towers and Watson, that is sort of hosting this event. And I think the insurance voice is often not heard in the room. And I think as we get into the alternative fuel debate, we'll hear increasingly more from the insurers. So yes, having insurers, having the likes of MACN here, having the owners, the class societies and the technology providers together, allows us, to have a better quality of conversation around what good looks like and deliver better solutions to the industry.
Indeed, what good looks like has been the mantra of the day as well. So thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you very much.